Hi guys, good morning! Pero baka naman hindi good morning. So wherever you are, good evening, good afternoon, kung saan ka man or kailan mo man to pinapanood. I actually want to create this content. I think ang dami na nating mga content about, making your first 100,000, hitting your first million, and all of those, di ba? But I want to create more specific content, and this content is all about the ABC of financial reset. When it comes to financial reset, alam mo yung paminsan, yung hindi mo alam kung saan ka na in your financial journey. Or you feel na ang gulo-gulo ng utak mo. Or feeling mo, hirap na hirap ka na with all of your money problem, all of your money challenges. So I think this is the perfect video for it. And of course, I want to share my personal stories. And ginawa ko, mas madali lang siya. And that is why, for me, with this video, it's not really more of mindset shift lang. It's not really about just wanting to do it and the desire to fixing your financial, wellness, diba? Or financial plan or setting your financial goal. But here are very practical steps. And here is something na it really helped me as well during the time na parang kailangan ko siya gawin. And now, pinag-upuan ko siya, structure ko siya in a sense na mas madali natin siyang aalalahanin. And that's why I named it the ABC Financial Reset. ABC because, di ba, ABC is the first alphabet or the alphabet that we learn. The ABC, we start in the very beginning. When you learn to speak, when you learn your language, it's all about your ABCs, di ba? If it's English, di ba? If it's your Chinese, you have your own alphabet. But that's why ABC ang unahin natin. And as much as possible, gagawin ko lang siyang tatlo because I really like it in threes, di ba? Para madali lang natin alalahanin. Okay, ano ba nag-udyok sa akin or what really sparked me to create this? It's really because I think there are times where we will be in a mess. There are times where you think na, are you in the right track? There are times where you feel na baka something's not really working, and I believe that there's nothing wrong if you want to take a pause and reset and start all over again. Sometimes it might be easier to start all over, and I don't think it's wrong. There's no one to tell you kung ano ba ang tama when it comes to personal finance. That's my personal belief. Kasi iba talaga ang personal journey mo, iba yung personal finance history mo, yung storya mo, iba siya sa akin, iba siya sa ibang tao. So, make it your own. Remember that this video is a guide. I will create it, I will give it to you, I will share it to you, I will put my examples, and I will have templates for you to be able to use. And as always, syempre, libre siya. And if there are updates doon sa templates na yon, links below pa rin yan or links on my Facebook page as well. Anyway, sige. Let's begin. Oh my gosh, sige. I wanna start with my core framework here when it comes to financial reset. When it comes to financial reset, it will be challenging. It will take some time, but take it slow and then make sure that you follow the steps pa rin. Kaya nga siya ABC because that's the framework. A for assess or you take account of everything. B is, syempre, ang favorite natin, budgeting pa rin. Kailangan pinag-budgeting pa rin siya. And then C is commit. Diba? Ang dali lang. 3 steps lang siya. The A, B, C's. First things first. A. Siyempre may kodigo ako dito kasi sinulat ko lahat siya. A is for assess. Now, why do you need to assess something? Because you cannot fix what you do not know or what you do not face. Sometimes, we don't like to face challenges. We don't like to face changes. That's human nature. There are times, ayoko rin naman siya i-face. Pero alam naman natin, deep inside, kailangan natin siya i-face. Diba? So, the A will be assess and account. What does it mean? Diba? Kailangan buksan natin, alamin natin lahat. Yun yung first step. Number 1, list all of your accounts. Meaning, lahat ng bank accounts mo, e-wallets mo ba niyan, investment platform mo ba yan, may cash ka pa ba dyan sa ilalim ng kama, may cash ka ba nakatago somewhere else, list it down. If you recall, I have my asset planner, di ba? Yung asset planner, I have a screenshot here. I did a video on that as well. Make sure you list it all down. Why? It's very important na alam mo kung saan pumapasok pera mo, magkano pumapasok, magkano rin meron ka. The problem with it is, even ako, dati guilty ako dito, I did not know how much money I have. I have a glimpse of it. Parang alam ko, meron ako mga 100,000 dito sa bangko na to. I have ganito dito. Guys, free to ha. Sabi nyo, Sir Jackson sa Starbucks. I'm also not against you enjoying cups of coffee, by the way, side kwento. Basta budgeted. Anyways, okay. So, you need to know. Kasi like ako back then, hindi ko alam kung magkano yung total by the exact number kung magkano yung pera ko. It's always like, alam ko meron akong 100 dito, alam ko may 30 ako dito, alam ko papasok yung sweldo ko mga 30,000 or 40,000 yan. But I never really knew how much everything was. But now, if you're gonna ask me, at least I can pull up an Excel sheet, my asset tracker, alam ko kung magkano yung meron ako, alam ko magkano yung investment ko, alam ko magkano rin lahat ng mga meron ko. Diba? That's the thing. Hindi mo pwedeng hindi alam. Next, you have to be able to track all of your expenses. Income and expense din. Dapat alam mo yun. Diba? Magkano pumapasok mong pera, magkano yung lumalabas na pera as well. So many apps there. Alam niyo yung may money manager. I also have my budget formula as well here. Diba? Ikaw bahala. Track it. Kailan expense tracker. Nandito yan, diba? You need to know how much. If you do not know how much you're earning plus how much lumalabas, maybe nag-overspend ka na. Because you always feel na alam mong back of your mind, may pera ka pa na ganito, may ganyan ka pa. Dito tayo nag-fall into the trap na, okay, we overspend. We might also use credit cards or other forms of money natin or credit natin, nag-uutang tayo, to be able na pantapal doon sa mga kulang nating pera. I was guilty with that, diba? And sometimes, diba, I might fall in those traps if I don't ask myself, diba? Talagang kailangan ko ba to? Talagang budget ba yan, diba? But syempre, more on that later. But you need to really know. You need to track every little thing. Whatever will work for you, try it out. Alam kong nakakainis to track all of these. It will take time. Every start of the month, I take time, inuupuan ko siya. It's not the most ideal. Sana may automated way. Pero for now, kung wala, this is how it is. Then, number 3, you have to also include all of your debts. Lahat ng utang mo, credit cards, loans, buy now, pay later, yung mga Shopee Pay mo, Lazada Pay, Bilis, yung mga home credit mo, guys, kasama yon, mga utang. You need to make sure na nandyan nakalista lahat ng mga utang mo as well. You need to know how much you owe as well. And last but not the least, kung na-track mo ng lahat yan, you will now be able to do step 4, which is track your net worth. Net worth mo is basically lahat ng meron ka minus your liabilities. So asset minus your liabilities, equivalent, that is your net worth. So that's how you know na magkano yung meron ka. I know it might sound na para sabi mo, hala, eto lang ba yung worth ko? It's your net worth naman. It's not your worth as a person. You're priceless for sure, di ba? But this is like, ano yung meron ka talaga? And to be honest, maganda rin na makita mo yung net worth mo para alam mo, it will help drive you. Do you think you're in the right track already now? Or do you think you're in a place where you can even improve yourself or even expand or even increase your net worth? So, di ba? Yun yung importante. Number 1 is A, assess and account. Account for all of your accounts, lahat ng pera mo. Kailangan nakalista, track your incomes and expenses. Number 3, kailangan nandyan rin lahat ng debt mo, utang mo. You have to know it as well. And then know your net worth. Guys, sa totoo lang, alam mo ba, nalaman ko lang ang totoong net worth ko in the past few years lang. Because never ko siya talaga ginawa in a previous year. Lagi lang siyang, feeling ko meron akong ganito, ito yung net worth ko. You know, alam mo. But now, if you ask me, alam ko talaga magkano yung net worth ko. Kasi alam ko kung magkano yung nakalagay in each of my accounts. And then nakikita ko every month when I use my asset tracker sheet na share ko sa inyo dati. Guys, talaga parang nafe-feel ko, oh my gosh, I'm on the right track. Kasi I'm earning, I'm increasing my investments, talagang napapalaki ko what I have as well. And that drives me even further. And sometimes, diba, there are low months, hindi naman ako parang, I will not beat myself to it, but, you know, I will also assess, where can I improve? Saan ako pwedeng, let's say, to increase my income pa if ever I want to increase it? And then, paminsan, napapaisip na rin ako, okay, where can I allocate other items pa? Pero diba, that's what's good about it. You need to have a clear picture. This is your whole bird's eye view of lahat ng meron ka. I love it na you always have a big or a bird's eye view of stuff or of items. Diba? It's like always sa balkonahe ka or azotea, nakatingin ka sa baba on the dance floor. You need to know everything first on a higher level, then we drill down. That's why it goes to point B. Diba? Step B. B is for budget. Ayan na. So, now that you know how much you have, you know, accounted ka na for lahat, you need to know your B, which is budgeting. Why? Okay. Importante rin na upuan mo rin ang budget mo buwan-buwan, taon-taon. Alam niyo naman guys, diba? My favorite question is it budgeted? Diba? Meron pang ako stickers dito na, is it budgeted? Diba? Parang, you need to make sure that you know, wait lang, kukunin ko yung sticker ko para makita ko sa inyo. Diba? Parang ganyan, no? It's also a reminder for me, even up until now, diba? I put it in my cards. Gi-budget ba ni for Bisaya? If you want, yes, I created Bisaya versions as well, guys. And then, diba, nakasulat din dito, is it budgeted? So, diba, every time I'm going to look into this, I'm going to check or buy something, I also ask myself, budgeted ba yung gamit na yun? Because you need to know where all of your money is going. Each peso mo has to do something. The typical na pinaka-favorite ko pa rin will always be the 50-30-20 budgeting rule. Why? It makes sense, it's easy for you to remember. The numbers can change depending on you. But syempre, ito yung parang pawang gabay. 50% for your needs, 30% for your wants, 20% for your savings or whatever you want to do it with. Pwede mag-investment man yan or ikaw bahala. Basta, importante, you have each peso, each fund mo is accounted for will have a job. And when you budget, what's good about it is you have a number for yourself na alam ko kung magkano yung maximum lang na pwede kong gastusin. What else? Importante rin na when you budget, it's good here na you can already categorize it, di ba? But if you use the free budgeting template dito, may categories rin siya, di ba? For example, saan ba siya? Is it your needs? Renta mo ba yan? Tubig mo ba yan? Electricity ba yan? Pagkain mo? Groceries, di ba? Ano yung mga pinakakailangan mo every month? Hindi siya pwedeng mawala because this is what you need to live. Diba? Those are your needs. Now, when it comes to your wants naman, this is sometimes where you can cut your expenses, diba? Katulad ng what? Impulse buyings or unused services mo rin. If ever meron ka bang mga subscriptions na hindi mo na masyado ginagamit, kailangan mo ba siya? Or pwede mo siyang tanggalin, diba? I also believe that you also have a fun fund or your wants fund because hindi pwede nagtatrabaho na tayo, pagod na tayo, lagi na lang lahat ng binibigay mong pera is only for your, basic necessities, tapos hindi mo na ina-enjoy yung life. I personally don't believe in that. I personally believe in, you have to spend your money rin. Pero spend money that you've budgeted for you to enjoy. Diba? If for example, I do love from time to time to get a cup of coffee, go. Basta budgeted. I like to travel. Basta budgeted. Go. Hindi natin pinagkakait sa mundo, sarili natin. And I don't even believe in that, na talaga lahat isa-save mo na lang. If you personally love to buy a cup of coffee na 200 pesos, basta budgeted, go. Kung hindi siya budgeted, dun tayo nagkakaproblema. And dito mo rin maiisip when you budget, saan ka ba pwede mag-save a little bit more? Is going out to eat every single day necessary? Or do you wanna save some days? Magbaon ka na lang. Then pwede mo i-invest yung money mo yan. Alam mo yun, important something those questions para makita mo talaga when you be able to categorize your expenses, then you can see ano rin yung mga wants mo, saan ka pwede mag-cut. And then, make sure, very important to, make sure that when you look into your savings, kasi lagi yan yung mga nakakalimutan natin, di ba? You have to put it as a fixed expense. Hindi siya dapat hinukuli. Di ba? What happens is, when we budget, lahat ng mga kailangan ng ibang tao, then pagdating ng savings kung ano yung tira. Why not, I always say, put savings first. Unahin mo siya. Tanggalin muna siya. Then, ito yung mga pera that you have. It's a very simple way that I was doing when I was in corporate. Kasi meron akong co-op nun. Automatic every month, kinocommit ko, this much, kailangan mapunta siya sa dito na co-op, Globe Co-op, itong much na pupunta sa Ayala Co-op. Para every time na pagdating ng payslip ko, kaltas na kaagad siya. Nakikita ko na lang is the money left that I have na kailangan ko pagkasyahin. That works for me. It's the same thing. If wala kayong ganun, wala man kayo co-op, unahin nyo. Automate it. Pagdating ng payroll mo, what you can do, pasok, fund transfer right away. Put it in a savings account. Put it wherever it works for you. Diba? Put it in a high-yield savings account para at least kaltas ka agad siya. That's why B is very important here. Find something that works for you. And last but not the least, ang pinaka-importante na dito, ask yourself, is it budgeted? Kung budgeted siya, go. If hindi, then it makes you think. Diba? So, B is for budget and basically, create a budgeting that works. The easiest out there, pinaka-common, is the 50-30-20 rule. 50% for your needs, 20% for your wants, 20% for your savings or your investments as well. One tip here rin, unahin ang emergency fund before you invest. And when you invest money that is allotted for your investment. Wag yung savings mo, wag yung mga needs mo as well. And this is not financial advice, so always make sure you do your own research, okay? Know the risk then. After you do your budget, definitely, categorize the items, expenses mo. Ano ba yung needs? Ano yung mga wants? And saan yung savings mo? And then, tingnan nyo, sa mga wants mo na yan, some of your needs as well, is there something that you can cut? Diba? Cut unnecessary expenses as well. Yung mga hindi na nagagamit, yung paminsan nandyan lang pero bayad ka lang ng bayad, take it out. Sayang pa rin yan. Pera is pera. Piso man yan, that is money earned pa rin. Lagi sinasabi ni Coach Ching, kitaan yan. And make sure, add savings as a fixed expense. Kailangan unahin mo tanggalin ang savings mo or your investment bago everything else para pilit ka sa pilitan natin gagawin yun. And last but not the least, don't forget to always ask yourself, is it budgeted? Para at least alam mong, okay, Kung budgeted, check. Pwedeng bilhin. Pag hindi, no. O, diba? And of course, guys, letter C naman na tayo, which is commit. This is basically where it becomes your lifestyle. It becomes you. What do you need to do when it comes to committing naman? First, iset mo, ano yung financial goals mo? For me, you can have very big financial goals. You can have smaller financial goals. But for me, always create a big financial goal, diba? But make sure na it's really smart pa rin, or marts, diba? Specific, measurable, actionable, realistic, and then time-bound as well. Why? Kasi dapat specific ang goals mo, diba? So, diba parang a smart or a marts na goal is, I want to be able to save 1 million pesos in the next 2 years because I want to be able to purchase or make a down payment for a home, my future home. Diba? Kailangan talagang magkano, kailan. And then dapat you also ask yourself, realistic ba? Kung sweldo mo syempre, hindi naman ganun kalakihan, baka naman medyo far shot tong 1 million peso goal mo. Pero, the other thing there is you can also find other side hustles and side gigs, diba? That you can increase your income. But make sure na dapat realistic din. Huwag yung sobrang OA na, I want to be able to save 100 million pesos. Friend, hindi na realistic yun kasi in the next 1 to 2 years, unless talaga nakataya ka sa loto or something like that, diba? Pero make sure it's realistic din. Okay? So, you have one big goal, but you also have smaller goals. For example, ano pa ba yung other financial goals that you can set? You want to pay off 50,000 peso in debt mo. You want to be able to save or start your emergency fund. You want to be able to invest 5,000 a month. Create smaller goals as well. I think as humans, we like to be able to have checklists and we like to please ourselves when we reach goals and when we are able to meet these goals. Kaya nga parang mahilig rin ako na paliitin natin yung mga goals natin. Yes, you have at the back of your mind, like ako, gusto ko lang talaga to be able to save X money for my retirement, ganyan, how much money yung sa investment funds ko. But also, I have little goals. I want to be able to consistently invest. For example, I want to be able to start my emergency fund nung simula ako. Those were like my small financial goals that I was able to set. And I believe you should also set those. Niitan mo lang. When I started investing, to be honest, diba? Even yung mga co-op ko, talagang inuna ko yan. 1,000 pesos per month ang nalilagay ko sa co-op. Tapos nag-increase siya to 2,000. Tapos nag-increase siya to 10,000. Yung mga ganun. So, it took time. But yun yung naging small goals ko as well. For the same way with my emergency fund back then, paliit-liit ko rin siyang sinet na parang okay, kailangan ito lang muna. And then, ito yung increase ko. When I was still working, even mga insurances ko, parang I was looking at kakayanin ko pa ba bayaran every month X amount of money to buy another insurance for me para lumaki ulit yung policies ko and yung values ng insured amount ko. It were small little goals and that's the same thing. Cut it out. Second thing that you can do with committing, automate your stuff. Automate your payments, automate your savings as well. Like what? If ever pwede mo i-automate kung ikaw yung tipong tao na nakakalimutan mo magbayad on time, nakakalimutan mo mag-save, nakakalimutan mo mag-invest, why not automate it? For example, investing right now, pwede ka mag-automate. Lahat nasa app lang yan. Pwede mo siyang gawin na, okay, regularly mag-invest itong amount. Savings, di ba? For example, GoTime has their feature na kung ito na lang yung amount mo, rin-round up niya and lalagay niya automatic sa savings mo. Or, set reminders. Alam mo bang ako, I have reminders here. Every 15th of the month, I'll show it to you. Nakasulat dito yan, invest. Even mga bills ko, yes, nakalagay siya, naka-remind siya sa akin every single month because you need to be able to remove the friction and the hardship of these things. Make it easy for you. Third, ano pa when you commit? Track your progress. That's why I love the Excel sheets. I love mga apps as well because it helps you see it. That's why ako lagi kong reminder. Set calendars. Every start of the month, that's where I write down everything that I have. Everything I start my budget there, doon ko rin nalagay lahat ng assets ko. Every 15, that's where I invest. Diba? Para at least alam ko kung magkano na kailangan ko na mag-invest at kailangan ko maglagay pera sa investment account ko. And of course, number 4, when you commit, celebrate small wins. These are something that we usually don't do. And sometimes, I'm also guilty with it. Paminsan, we don't bask into celebrating wins. And I've been guilty of that for the longest time. Kasi parang growing up ako yung tipong tao na nasa office na, hindi magtrabaho na lang tayo. Let's work on the second thing that we need to do it na. Huwag na tayo masyadong magtuwa-tuwa dito. But we have to celebrate. Is it treating yourself for a little cake? Is it giving yourself a pat on the back? Is it talking to your friends on your achievements? By the way, when you surround yourself with like-minded people din. Yung walang inggit sa'yo. That's the circle of people that you want if you want it in your money circle. Because, syempre, not all people are the same. Paminsan may mga inggit yan. Huwag naman yung friends mo na syempre, ikaw pa yung uutangan dahil alam na may pera ka tapos sila nagluluho. Diba? Parang gusto ko sabihin sa kanya, Hello, if you don't have someone to celebrate that small win, message me. I will celebrate it with you. Because I believe that's how it is. We need to celebrate these small wins. And that's my commitment. And every day, diba, that's my small change that I did rin. I need to improve myself on, being happy, being in the present as well. And, giving myself a pat in the back na, oh nga no, we celebrated. That's why, kung nakikita nyo, I try to celebrate it with you because I really give you thanks rin sa lahat ng nanonood mo sa bye-bye sa akin. Because natutuwa kayo, nakakatulong ako, but also you celebrate it with me. And that's why I want to also celebrate it with you. Because, syempre, you're the reason why I'm still here. Kaya maraming salamat din. So, celebrate it. And last but not the least, number 5 is also being consistent. Diba? When you be consistent, that means you have to make sure that when you commit to this, that's why sabi ko nga commitment siya, you need to do it. No matter how hard it is, show up. If nadapa tayo paminsan in some months, don't worry. Recommit. Kasi it's a progression. It's not perfection. Diba? I sometimes might forget na, oh my gosh, hindi ako nakapag-asset sheet ko. It's okay. Don't berate yourself. Don't hit yourself on the back because hindi mo siya nagawa. Relax. It's a progress, diba? It's your own financial journey. Make it very personal, like ko ang sinasabi, diba? When you make a mistake, when you fall down, then sometimes may mga hiccups ang buhay. That's life. Life will never be perfect, diba? But we make sure we make the most out of it. We make the most out of imperfection. And then, remember that this is about consistency lang. You can always correct it. Pag hindi ka papatay, I always say, there's a way for us to change it, for us to fix it as well. Yun lang naman gusto ko i-share. Alam ko mahaba na rin itong vlog na to, but there you have it. It's basically your ABC's financial reset or ABC of financial reset. A is for you to assess and take account of all of your money honestly. B is to budget intently and budget with intention. Clear, diba? You need to know. And always ask yourself, budgeted ba yan? And then, C is for commit because you need to commit with consistency. And that's how you will be more comfortable with your personal finance journey, with being comfortable with money as well. This isn't just about numbers, guys, ha? It's always about reclaiming control, building peace of mind, and creating the life that you want. If you are in that place, there will always be a solution. Kaya mo yan. Kaya natin yan. There's no reason for you not to be able to do it. I will not be telling you na madali siya. Hindi. You will work hard for it. You will do the things. You need to make sure na uupuan mo siya. And you need to be honest with yourself. But, what's nice about it is if you do it, and when you see it, di ba? Nakita niyo kanina kwento ko, di ba? From the bird's eye view, pababa ka ng pababa to your personal internal view. Then I'm definitely sure it will change something in you. And then, share it with me. I want to really listen to your story. Let me know kung talaga naging helpful ba to, nag-financial reset ka pa. And let me know where you are in 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, and a year from now. Because I'm definitely sure, promise yan guys, iiba talaga how you see money and how you spend your money, how you invest your money. Kasi nag-commit ka into what works for you. And that's how it should be. So guys, comment down below if ever. Again, pwede nyo rin ako i-PM, i-DM dyan kung ayaw nyo ipakita sa ibang tao because I've been receiving so much of your DMs and I'm super enjoying it. Kaya maraming salamat for those taking the time to send those message because alam nyo naman wala akong pagsasabihan ng mga personal financial goals. And syempre, atin-atin lang yan kung ayaw nyo ipaalam sa ibang tao para diba hindi daw tayo utangan. Don't you worry, I have your secret safe. I'll see you on the next vlog. Maraming salamat guys. Bye!